Welcome back to the Magnetic Marketing Podcast. When Russell Brunson bought Magnetic Marketing, I don't think anyone in the magnetic marketing really knew what was going to happen. We've seen the magnetic marketing world be in multiple hands across the decades and how things are taken care of and how assets are cared for and the legacy is supported. This episode is a peek into who Russell Brunson was and is an amazing definition of why he continues to be him. I don't want to spoil this. Now, we're definitely going to be talking about 3 different types of funnels, and we're going to get to that point. But this first part 1 of 3, is all an introduction to understanding who Russell Brunson used to be, a very unique and wonderful peek back into the past so we can see who he is today, who he stayed true to, but also why magnetic marketing has been in such good hands and why Dan Kennedy loves to keep coming back over and over and over. Let's jump into part 1 of expert lead generation and top self-liquidating offers with young Russell Brunson.
I don't think there's anybody that has had a bigger impact in the field of direct response than Dan Kennedy.
The legend of Dan Kennedy should be ignored at your own peril.
They're not really lessons, they're kind of laws that you live by.
Dan opened my eyes to what small business marketing looks like.
Dan teaches strategic direct response that is timeless.
His ripple effect touches people who don't even know his name.
The world as we know it was changed because Dan Kennedy became obsessed with marketing.
Welcome to the Magnetic Marketing Podcast with your host, Dan Kennedy.
So, here's the story. So, in my Info Mastermind group is young Russell Brunson, and we really call him young Russell Brunson. I think he just turned 30 years old, but he looks like he's about 12, okay? As a matter of fact, he could either go tonight to the cocktail party or he could go to the pizza party, okay? He could go to either one of those. But Russell's in my Info Mastermind group. He started in internet marketing while he was in college, made his first $1 million in information marketing before he ever left college. I asked him, he does a bunch of things with us now. Number 1 is every month in the No BS marketing letter, he writes a terrific article in internet marketing. For all of our Diamond members, we have a separate newsletter that we send out, the No BS Online Profits newsletter, where he critiques each month 2 of our members' sites, full critique of them. And as Diamond members, you will shortly be finding out if you want to have your site critiqued by Russell's office. You can have a free critique of your site. You'll hear how to do that in the upcoming months. And so you can actually get your sites critiqued. He's a big contributor to our online information. He also is, we brought him in at the I forget, December or something, whatever the peak performer meeting that was the last meeting of 2009. We brought him in to speak because every peak performer meeting we bring in an online expert. And we brought him in to speak, and he spoke for 2 hours, and he absolutely mesmerized all of the peak performer members, gave them real hands-on things they can do to improve their internet businesses, and what we now affectionately call no geek speak. Okay, because a lot of these times these guys get up and they're saying stuff, and you're saying to yourself, "Gee, I can't even understand what they're saying. I know this thing works, but I don't understand it." So he really makes it in real plain English for you.
Thank you guys so much for having me here today. I'm really excited. A couple things. It was fun. I was peeking in the Young Entrepreneur Day yesterday, and looking around. It seemed like half the kids that were in there had more facial hair than I did. It was kind of amazing. So I'm like, oh crap. And also, like Bill said, I have a chance to speak this session, and after lunch I'm doing another session, and so I'm really excited to be able to do 2 sessions. The one thing I want to apologize in advance is I apologize I'm not a little bit better looking. He's had looking at me for about 3 hours, so I apologize for that. So, okay. Let me see if I can figure out how this thing works. All right. What I'm going to talk about right now, just to get started, is I want to talk about how you guys can get rich from this session. Does that sound good? All right, cool. First thing is you need to have a goal that's a lot bigger than yourself in here. If your goal is to make a bunch of money, I've yet to see many people make a lot of money when their goal is to make a whole bunch of money. Okay, you need to have a goal that's bigger than that. When I was getting started, my goal was to make a bunch of money. It was so I could keep wrestling, so I could support my wife and the new family we were starting. When I got, after that happened, then I had different goals. But having a big goal is probably the biggest thing I can say that drives people to success. Something that's bigger, that's pulling you, as opposed to this thing that, I just need money or I need that's kind of pushing you. So the first thing is have a goal that's a lot bigger than yourself. Second thing is I want you guys just for the next, 3 hours, that everything I say to just take it as truth. Okay? It's so funny. Every time I do these events, afterwards I'll go out in the hallway and I'll have some kid come up to me. He's like, well, on this forum I was reading about this thing, and it said the blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, who was it that said that on the forum? I don't know, some guy. He's got like 4 websites. I'm like, how much money is he making? Is he making more than $10 million a year? If he's not, then don't listen to him, listen to me, okay? So I always get that every single time, there's always someone. So I just ask you guys for the next 3 hours, just take everything I say as the absolute truth, because I've done this stuff over and over and over again. We do it in tons of different niches, and I'm not going to lie to you, okay? I promise you, everything I'm going to talk about is the truth, and it works very, very well. Okay, next thing is you need to understand the strategy and not, as all of us, we're the entrepreneurs in the businesses, right? Our goal is to understand the strategy behind how things work, not so much the tactics. The tactics we can outsource, okay? That's why it was kind of nice we talked about this, the whole session. There's been no geek speak. The geek speak, the stuff most internet marketers get into, all the nerdy stuff, is all the tactics, how to do the code, and how to implement this, and blah, blah, blah. And all of us as entrepreneurs don't need to know the tactics, the technical, all that kind of stuff. That does not help us build a business. Understanding the strategies of the internet and how you can use them to make a whole lot of money, that's the goal of an entrepreneur. Okay, when I was actually this summer, I had a chance to go to Fiji with my wife and kids, and I spoke at Tony Robbins' Business Mastery event. And we were out there. Tony spent a whole, 2 or 3 hours talking about the difference between strategy and tactics. And he said that the strategic businesses will always beat out the tactical businesses, because tactics kind of come and go, and it's something little you can outsource. But so many people focus on all the little tactics and not so much the strategy. And it's the people that focus on the strategy behind it, those are the ones that make a lot of money. So again, I'm going to be talking a lot about strategy behind things and kind of open up some ideas in your guys' minds, let you see what's possible out there, and then the tactics can take care of themselves. That kind of stuff can be taught, it can be outsourced, but it's important for you and it's vital for you guys to understand the strategy behind it all. Okay? Next thing is I want you guys to implement what you learn as soon as humanly possible. The reason why I say this, last year I spoke at this event, it was in Chicago, and I spoke on a concept called micro-continuity. How many of you guys saw the presentation? All right, good. I think I had 3 people, since I've been here in the last 3 days, come up and said, Russell, the micro-continuity thing was awesome. I bought your package, and I'm like, great, how's your site doing? Well, I'm about to launch it. I'm going to be launching it soon. I'm like, it was a year ago. You haven't launched it yet? Okay, so I want you guys to take what you implement and learn that you're learning this weekend and implement it as soon as humanly possible. If I can say that there's one thing that's led to my success more than anything else, is the second I learn something, I go and I try it out. I don't care if it works or not, I just go out there and I try it out. And I don't care if I fail, but I just try it over and over and over again. So the key for you guys is just, whatever I tell you, just take it, run with it, and just, like I said, just implement as quick as you can. Because if I come back in a year from now, and someone comes up to me and says, that thing you talked about last year, it was great, I'm about to implement it, I'm going to kick you hard, right in the shins, okay? That's the promise to all of you guys out here. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is fighting for your dreams, okay? And this kind of goes back to, obviously, what I said earlier about having a goal that's bigger than yourselves. Always having a dream or a goal that's bigger, that's pushing you to what you want to do. It comes back to, again, what's your focus of your business? I know so many people that get into business for a reason, right? They want freedom. They want time with their family. They want whatever it is they want. That's the goal when they get into business. And really quickly, this game, this business we play, you all know it's really addicting, right? And we get into it so much, we start forgetting about stuff that's more important. We forget about our dreams, we forget our family. We just focus so much on the success of it that we miss the parts of our life that are most important. So I really recommend for you guys is figure out what are your dreams, what are the reasons why you're in this business, and then start trying to pursue those. It's kind of cool. One of our students named Zan Spencer, he about a year ago, actually about a year and a half ago, he came to one of our trainings, started learning about the whole thing. You saw a clip of him earlier. He said that they've done about $111,000 since they launched their business in April of last year, so in less than a year. And what's interesting is he told me, he said, Russell, after I learned about what you're doing at the Olympics, it really inspired me. I wanted to do more with my life. So it's like, my business is now running. It's making me a bunch of money. He's like, I'm going to go and start trying out to be an actor in Hollywood. And I kind of laughed at him. I'm like, that's a big goal. Anyway, about a month later, he sent me this clip. And this is a kind of a cheesy commercial he was in. And he's the cop, the first cop that jumps out of the car and he runs over and he tackles the guy. I just want to show you this little clip of him in the first commercial he got in his acting job.
This information immediately transfers to law enforcement, which dispatches police to the home, knowing timing is critical.
That's Zan right there.
The result? much faster, more guaranteed response times from law enforcement, and evidence that helps put criminals behind bars.
Police, get on the ground now!
Body slam, I taught him that one.
Police Priority certified systems also protect your privacy, as well as your home and family.
So that was his cameo in a commercial. So he sent it to me. I started kind of laughing. I'm like, well, all right, you made it on TV. You were on a commercial. And then anyway, again, I was kind of teasing him. And then like a month later, he emails me again, or called me again. He's like, guess what, Russell? He's like, I've been auditioning like crazy on all these sites, and I just got picked up for a lead role in a huge film. And here's a picture of, he just sent me, I'm like, can you send me a picture of the thing? So this is like some footage of the movie. He's like the lead role in some movie that's going to be in box office and everything. And just really, really excited to see someone, again, a year ago, was working a job, had nothing going on. He was making like $60,000 a year working for a company, which was pretty good for someone his age. But he went and took the internet, started doing all this stuff, got to the point where he built this huge business that didn't really require him. Now he's out going on acting things and all sorts of stuff, and he's living his dreams. He's doing exactly what he wants. Okay, and that should be the goal of this business for all you guys. Not so much, I want to make $1 million and $10 million and 50, $100 million, whatever it is. The goal should be, what is it you really want in life? What is the reason why you got in this business? Don't forget about those things, because that is the reason, those are the things that push you on to greatness. Okay? All right, so really quick, who and me, just a real quick recap. I started my business while I was going to Boise State University. I was in college. My senior year in college, I made about $250,000, which was pretty cool. I thought that was awesome. Within a year of graduating, I made my millionth dollar, which was like a huge milestone. We had a big party and celebrated. That was kind of one of my big goals. And our core business does about $10 million a year consistently for the last couple of years. So that's kind of a little bit about me. Now, what has this business allowed me to do outside of the wrestling stuff? I want to show you guys just kind of the lifestyle that the internet business allows you to have. This is a picture, again, of me and my family at Tony Robbins' house in Fiji. So we had a chance to go out there and spend a week with him out in Fiji, which was, for my kids, like the greatest experience in the world. Even now, they always talk about, I want to go back to Robbins' house. I want to go to Robbins' house. When I came out here, every time they knew we were in a plane for like 12 hours to fly out there to Fiji. So every time that I leave somewhere, like when I was coming here, I was like, yeah, Daddy's going on a plane. You going to Robbins' house? I'm like, no, I'm going to Glazer's house. It's different. There's no beautiful ocean at Glazer's house, but we have fun anyway. This is last year I had a chance to actually go speak in Dubai. And when I was in Dubai, it was about 110 degrees outside. And we went to this mall. And inside the mall was an indoor ski hill. So this is a picture of me skiing inside of Dubai in 100-degree weather. Which, everyone's in Dubai. It's like the coolest thing out there. Make sure you ski when you go out there, because you see this mall, it's like the mall, and all of a sudden you look at the building, and outside the side of the mall, there's this huge thing that just jets up. It looks like the biggest thing you've ever seen in your entire life, and it's a ski hill they built inside the mall. So kind of a fun thing we got to do to go to Dubai. And every year we rent this place out called Pirates Cove. This is a picture of me jumping off the pirate mast. Pirates Cove was started by, or a place that was built by one of the founders of New Skin, and it's this huge pirate house, like 100,000 square feet plus house. On the side of a mountain. It's got the whole mountainside, and inside is all this pirate stuff. Like I said, I'm standing on the top of the mast of this boat, and you dive off from the mast into this huge pool of water, and there's water slides throughout the whole place, and it's just this guy's private house. And so every year we take our mastermind group there, we rent it out for a week, and we just have a huge party at Pirates Cove. So again, it's something fun that we're able to do, again, because it's business. Now, with all that said and done, there's a quote one of the guys in my church said that is so important for everyone to remember. It says, no success can compensate for failure in the home. And I really strongly believe that. I see it too often, especially in this business, where people sacrifice their family life for the business. And I just want everyone to remember that quote. That's a writer-downer. No success can compensate for failure in the home. This is a picture of my family here. That's my wife, Colette. And there's Dallin. He's our first boy. Bowen came out 9 minutes later, and Ellie came out 18 months later. That's our 3 kids. And then kind of the exciting thing is recently we found out that my wife is pregnant with number 4. And just number 4, not 4 and 5. No twins again this time. Thank heavens. So anyway. All right, so what are we going to cover today? I got a lot of stuff to cover. I've got 3 hours. I talk really, really fast, which means you're getting like 12 hours of content jammed in 3 hours. So get the unedited DVDs and put it on like slow playback, and you'll be able to get everything like really dialed in that way. So this is what I'm going to cover today. First thing is how to build a powerful list of buyers. Who here wants a huge list of buyers? Good. So do I. I love them. Next thing we'll talk about how to develop a self-liquidating offer. This is one of the keys to developing a huge list of buyers. Next thing we're talking about 3 types of websites you have to survive in the internet today. Okay, there's 3 types of websites. Most people know about 1 or 2 of them. There's 3 types you have to have. Every niche I get into, I have all 3 of these sites because these are the core to any internet business, or these 3 types of websites. We call them our SLO websites. Next thing I'm going to talk to you about how we've shifted in the last 4 or 5 months how we sell our products. It takes about 1/10 the time to create it versus a regular sales letter, and it's the greatest thing on earth. I'm going to show you our formula for it, and it's awesome. And I'm going to show you, the last thing I'm going to show you is a secret lead generation phone number. The secret phone number, you call this phone number, you leave a message for about 2 minutes and 48 seconds, you hang up the phone, and traffic will come to your website. Who here wants to know about that phone number? All right, I'll talk about that too as well. So that's some cool stuff we're going to talk about. Now, after lunch, I'm going to be covering some very unique lead generation stuff. We're going to be talking about the Mechanical Turk, Facebook, fan pages, some Black Hat stuff, and a bunch of other really cool stuff. So make sure you show up after lunch. Okay, so why am I competent to teach you guys this powerful lead generation and multi-million-dollar business model? A couple reasons. First off, I built huge lists of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of people in multiple niches. Okay, I know how to do this. We do it for our own businesses over and over and over again. Right now, in our office, we're currently launching between 10 and 15 new niches per week. Okay, last week we did 15. This week we're doing about 10 just because I'm here half the week and I'm not able to kind of be going over it. I'm going to talk more about that, but we're constantly building these, we call them virtual real estate properties in a whole bunch of different niches. So I have my eye on a lot of things that are happening, not just in the internet marketing space or things like that. Okay? I actually do what I'm teaching. It's not, that's rare. You'd be surprised how rare that is for internet marketers. And that's about it. Okay, so I'm going to talk about, the first thing I want to talk about is the power of a list. This is something that, luckily when I got online, I had some good mentors who taught me this really, really early on. I know a lot of guys who get into this business, it takes them a while before they learn this, but this is the key, the central point to everything. And the internet makes this part so much more powerful, and I'll show you guys why in a minute. But this is some metrics you need to write down. The first thing, and this is from all of our tests, what we found is that the average person on your list, we make about $1 per month per subscriber in most of our niches. Okay, so $1 per month per subscriber. So I have 1,000 people on my list, I'm going to make about $1,000 a month. If I have 10,000 people on the list, I'm going to make about $10,000 a month. Now, some niches, obviously, we make a lot more than $1 a month. Some niches make a lot less than $1 a month. But the average usually is about $1 a month. That's a pretty good, safe number we can bank on in most of our niches. Okay, I wish someone had told me that metric when I first got started. If I would have known that, I would have focused a lot more on just building a list because there's a lot of money in that. Okay, so again, $1 per month per subscriber in most niches is kind of the target we're looking for. Second thing is that poorly marketed websites, sites that you put out there that you don't market them that well, we can usually get about 100 subscribers per day on a badly marketed website. Okay, so if you do the math on that, that's about 36,500 new subscribers per year on a poorly marketed website. Now, if you take that number, you times it by $1 per month in a year, guess how much money you're going to make on a poorly marketed website if you're doing it correctly. The number is pretty cool. It's $438,000 a year on a poorly marketed website if you know how to use a list the right way. Okay? Does that give me like light bulbs in your guys' heads about some really cool stuff? Now, the reality is a website that you market well, you can get over 1,000 new subscribers a day if you market it well. Okay? If you get, and there are websites we have that get a lot more than that. We have websites that get us 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers a day. Just depends what niche we're in, that kind of stuff. But it's not hard to get to the point where you're doing 1,000 subscribers a day. And you look at that, you do the math in your head. I'm not going to do it for you guys. But there's a lot of money that can be there if you're focusing on the most important part of your business, which is building your list. Okay? In the roundtables yesterday, someone asked me a question about their product. Because a lot of you guys may or may not know, I go out and I buy a lot of websites. I buy a lot of companies, a lot of little websites. I take them, I revamp them, and relaunch them. And someone was asking about this, and I basically said, the core thing I'm looking for when I'm buying a website is a subscriber list. That's the only tangible asset you have in a business is your subscriber list. The product doesn't matter. Who here thinks that when eBay bought Skype for like $4 billion, who here thinks they did it because they want that cool Skype software? Okay? Skype's not that difficult of technology to knock off. A lot of people knocked it off since then. eBay was paying however many billions of dollars because they wanted the subscribers. That's the money in a business. Okay, and it's important to understand that and realize that from the very beginning, because then you're building your business, you're saying, look, my asset in my business is my subscribers. Okay, I can sell a business that has a whole big list for a lot more than I can sell a business that's just a product. Okay, the businesses are just products we buy them for just the cheap. It's insane how cheap you can buy those. The businesses that have a customer list, a subscriber list, there's a lot of money in those. Okay, so I'm going to show you 3 case studies of money we made with our list. So first thing, this is Ryan Lee. A lot of you guys may know him. He's spoken at some of the GKC events. He had a contest a while ago, and in the contest, an affiliate contest, he was giving away a Segway. So we decided we'd promote it because I always wanted a Segway. Anyone here have a Segway? None of you guys have a Segway? Are you serious? Okay, the one I got, it's got like the big, huge wheels, the off-roading ones you can take up in the mountains and stuff. Awesome. All you guys should invest in one. Anyway, he was giving one away, and I wanted a Segway so bad, so I decided to help him promote his product. He was launching, it was like this new continuity program thing he was launching. And the winner got a Segway. So we sent out 3 emails to our list in about, I think, a 5-day period of time. Just sent out just 3 emails to our list, basically saying, hey, Ryan's got this product, go check it out, it's really good. Took me a total effort of maybe 15, 20 minutes to write 3 emails and click send, right? And from those 3 emails, we ended up selling 1,087 copies of his product. Okay, and it was a continuity product, and we got $20 monthly commission on each one. So you take that, and it gave me now an income stream about $21,000 a month from sending 3 emails out to my list. Okay, who here would like to add $20,000 a month by sending out 3 emails? Okay, pretty good. And we won the Segway, which was really cool. So that's why I got my awesome Segway from Ryan. Okay, case study number 2. Now this is something I haven't told a lot of people about, but I want to share with you guys. I feel like you guys are different than most audiences. So I'm telling you guys something kind of personal, but in January we had something kind of bad happen in our business. We actually had our merchant accounts were shut down temporarily. It was during the whole Visa MasterCard thing, and we had 14 merchant accounts with our merchant provider. And MasterCard came to all the merchant providers, basically said, hey, if you have accounts that are delinquent, we're going to bill you $100,000 or fine you $100,000 for every account. So looked at ours, because we had 14 accounts, they said that Russell's a $1.4 million liability. So they froze all of our accounts. Without even telling me, I just woke up one day and all my accounts were frozen. Okay, it took me about a week and a half to get them back on and working and prove that we were legitimate in everything we were doing, which was fine. But there was like 6 or 7 days there where we had no income coming in whatsoever. And I was like freaked out because, as you guys know, some of you may know, I have a big business. I've got close to 100 employees. We have a lot of overhead. And when your cash flow stops overnight, that's something you panic about a little bit. Okay, I was like, some of you guys, those laughing have employees. You guys know what it's like when all of a sudden it's gone. You're like, oh crap, what am I going to do? And so we tried to figure out, what can I do? Hey, we still have one very powerful asset. One thing that can save us from this whole thing. So what we did is we sent out 2 tiny emails to my list. And we had to stop it after 2 because of what happened. So I sent out the first email to my list, and the email basically told them to call a phone number. I didn't have any time to write a sales letter or anything. I just went and I recorded a call that said, hey, this is Russell. I got this idea. This is what we're doing. And it's a product we're going to do. It's $10,000. And we sent the email out, and they listened to that call. And at the end of the call said, if you're interested, call my secretary. Her name's Lindsay. Here's her phone number. Call her up and just let her know you're interested. So I put that out there. I had no idea if it was going to work or not. Sent one email out to my list, and the results were awesome. Again, the recording told me about a $10,000 product. From that, we sold 8 people at $10,000 a piece. We made $80,000 from the first email. I was like, dang, that was a good email. I'm going to do that again. So I sent another email, but this time I didn't want to spend as much time writing the email and being creative. So all I did is I took the email, and I put RE : and then the same subject line. And then I wrote, I don't know if you got this, but they're almost sold out. Go check it out. And then I pasted the rest of the email again. So it took me maybe 4 seconds, maybe 5. Sent out the same email again. Sent out the re-email, and we sold 6 more, which we gave us another $60,000, and we had to stop it because we didn't have the ability to fulfill on more than that for what we were offering. What we were offering was an amazing package. We didn't have the ability to fulfill, so we stopped it. So from 2 tiny emails, we made $140,000 in a time of crisis when we didn't have the ability to get any money in. And most of these people either wired us the money or wrote checks. Okay, that's what having a list is able to do. When you get in times in pinches, you can do some really cool stuff to generate cash very, very quickly. Okay, so having a list, again, that's your safety. That's the thing that gets you through the hard times. Okay, case study number 3. Now, some of you guys are saying, Russell, that's great, but you've got a huge list. What about me? I've only got a tiny list. So here's a case study from like 6 years ago. Now, when I was first getting my business started, my list was less than 5,000 people at the time, and we were living in a little house. And my wife, my wife's a furniture person. Anyone here a furniture person? Anyone here spouses furniture people? Okay, like every day I come home and she gets the magazine, she cuts out the pictures, she puts them on the fridge, and this is a nice couch, huh? I'm like, we just bought a couch like 6 months ago. You seriously want another one? That's my wife. Okay, so this is like I think our second Christmas together, and we're living in this little house, and we have this like crappy couch she's had for like 10 years, and she's hinting like, I want a couch for Christmas. And I'm like, I can't afford a couch for Christmas. But what about your internet marketing business? Anyway, so I put up this little page, and I called it the Grinch sale. And see here it says, the headline was amazing. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. Okay, and I made this little Grinch promotion. Now, at the time, I saw a bunch of people online doing like Santa Claus promotions and things like that. And I'm like, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to do a Grinch promotion. So I did this Grinch promotion. His heart grew 3 sizes, and now he wanted to give back. So I made this really cool offer and put it together. I sent out, how many did I send out? 1 or 2? Oh, excuse me. So, in the copy, I wrote this. This was, I had 4 reasons why I was doing the sale. And the 4th reason was this. It was handwritten out. It says, I still haven't bought my wife a Christmas present yet. I would love to surprise her with a new living room set I keep telling her we can't afford. The way I think this offer is going to convert, it's likely I can put that under the tree with a card on it with the names of 234 of my top subscribers on it. Wouldn't that blow her away? So that was reason number 4 of why they should buy the Grinch package, right? I sent that out to my list. It was a $37 product. We sold 897 copies, made $33,189 cash from 3 emails to my tiny list of under 5,000 people, just by creating a really cool offer. Now, the coolest thing is I was blown away by how many people would send my wife emails basically saying, hey, I didn't really care about the product, but I wanted to make sure you got your couch, okay? Which was kind of cool, except for the fact I hadn't told my wife about this. I just put it up there, and after the money's come, I'm like, sweet, I got a lot of money. I wasn't planning on giving her a couch, but then she got some emails from some people saying, hey, so I heard you're buying me a couch. I was like, oh, crap. And so she kind of found out about it, so I bought her this couch set, and it caused a really bad thing in our marriage because I taught her this concept where basically I said, if we need something, everything you could possibly want in this world is just an email away. So I told her that. And I told her that because I was trying to buy something at the time, and as a genius, it worked. She's like, all right, if it's only an email away, fine, send an email, you can go buy it. But it totally backfired on me because now every time she wants something, she comes to me and she's like, Russell, I really want to go here. I'm like, that's like $10,000 per ticket to go out there. She's like, yeah, but it's just an email away. I'm like, I trained her horribly. Okay, so you guys see the power of having an email list. You guys sold on the fact you all want a huge email list. Good. Okay, who wants a list? I was jumping ahead of myself. Okay, good news, I can help you guys with that. I'm really good at that. It's a big part of internet marketing. The whole focus of internet marketing is building lists, so I can help you guys with that. I just need one thing from everybody. $1 million, just joking. Okay, I just need one thing from you guys. I need 7 secrets about your product. If you can give me 7 secrets about your product, I can make you guys a huge list. Okay? So what I want you guys to do is I want you to spend a minute or two and write down. So pick whatever product you're selling, and you write down 7 secrets about that product. Okay, it could be anything. In fact, I think I have some examples here. Now, what I'm going to show you guys in a minute is the 7 secrets is the core to this entire system. We use the 7 secrets in every niche we go into. I figure out what's 7 secrets about my product. Okay, and then if you're writing when you're writing these 7 secrets, and I do want you guys to write these right now because I'm going to call on a couple of you guys. Basically, when you write these, write them each as chapter titles. Picture like you're writing a book. So secret number 1 is how I do this. Secret number 2 is how I do this. Just like you're writing the chapter titles in a book. Okay, so for example, if I was a chiropractor and my product is adjustments, things like that, I have secret number 1, how to solve the problem, not just hide the symptoms. Secret number 2, what most chiropractors don't know that could be actually killing you. Secret number 3, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so for all the chiropractors, business professionals, something like that. Now, if you're like an info product guru, like for example, if you're a real estate guru, something like that. Secret number 1, how to find hot properties and sell them in today's market. Secret number 2, how to pay with no money down, even if you can't get a bank to look at you. Secret number 3, blah, blah, blah. Okay, every single one of our businesses, you need 7 secrets to build a list. So figure out what your 7 secrets are. And again, it works for any business. I don't care what you're selling. If you're selling like a 6-pack ab products, example would be secret number 1, how to get skinny while eating ice cream. Secret number 2, how to melt away your love handles in 2 minutes a night. Secret number 3, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you guys got the gist of it? Okay, you got 2 minutes right now. Write down your 7 secrets as quick as humanly possible. 2 minutes is not very fast, so write down all 7 of your secrets about your product as quick as you can. All right, so everyone here got their 7 secrets written down? If not, go ahead and do them tonight. Now, first thing, I want everyone right now, once you have a chance to write down, circle your very best secret. The very best thing is you got your very best secret. Circle your very best secret. Now, I'm going to pick 3 people. If you think you have the best secret in the world, run to one of the microphones. We're going to share 3 people's secrets right now. Okay, right here.
How to get your face in the newspaper without robbing a bank.
Say it one more time.
How to get your face in the newspaper without robbing a bank.
Great secret. Thank you so much. We have a couple mics or one. I can't even tell.
This is for a dental practice. 3 pieces of technology that will add $150,000 each to your production a year.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
How to get your press releases picked up by newspapers and television around the world.
Very cool. What's that? Okay, we get some more here.
How to audit-proof your tax return from the IRS.
Cool. Thank you. We got like 20 of you guys. Okay, let's do 2 over here, 2 here, and then 2 here, and then we'll be good.
How to look good naked.
Oh.
It's for a tanning salon, so it's...
Perfect, thank you.
How to live on your customer's fridge for 10 cents a day.
Very cool. Okay, 2 more over here.
How to make sure the license plate is the only thing screwed on your car.
Okay, awesome. Oh, dear.
The 3 things that will keep you out of 90% of all driver error collisions.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, and 2 over here.
How to buy a house in 24 hours or less and make over $30,000.
Awesome.
How to multiply your income streams into a raging torrent of cash.
Raging torrent of cash. Awesome. Okay, everyone give her a round of applause. I wish we could do this all day long, but the first key is having the secret, okay? So that's, again, if you guys can dial in that, there's the best secret and then the 7 secrets. So I can't stress how important that is in the rest of the traffic generation stuff you guys are going to be doing, okay? All right. So that's step number 1. Now, step number 2 is your 3 websites. We're going to come back to your 7 secrets here in a minute, okay? So don't put them down or don't lose them. We'll come back to it in a second, but there's something else, some foundation work I need to get to first. The foundation work is your 3 websites, okay? There are 3 critical websites you need to make money on the internet, especially to use it to generate leads. The first one you need is a squeeze page. This is not new information, probably for most of you guys, a squeeze page. Okay, we're going to talk about how to create the right ways, but a squeeze page is basically a page where someone comes, they give you the name and email address before they can see anything else. There's only one option on the page. The option is to give you their name and email address. Okay, now when you're driving traffic, people always ask me, so, well, who do I send to a website? Or to a squeeze page. Anytime you control that traffic, you always want to send them to a squeeze page. Okay, so if you're doing a joint venture with someone and you say, hey, send traffic to this page, you always send it to a squeeze page. If you're buying an email ad, always send it to a squeeze page. If you're doing a banner ad, always send it to a squeeze page. Okay, anytime you control the traffic, you can say exactly where you want it to go, you always send it to a squeeze page. Okay, that is the rule. I don't know how many times people fight me. Well, if I do that, they can't see my website, and then I'm not going to make any money. Again, this comes up in the forums all the time. Oh, squeeze pages, they lower your conversion rate. Like, I promise me, anytime you control traffic, send to a squeeze page, I promise you'll make more money in any niche you go in. Any niche you go in. Okay, that's the first type of website. Second type of website is what I call a blog squeeze. Okay, who here's got a blog? Who here thinks that their blog is for blogging? You guys are embarrassed. You really do believe that. I know you do. Okay, if you look at any of the blogs and any of the niches I'm in, I call them a blog squeeze. And the reason why is because if you notice, the top 1/3 of my page on any of my blogs is a huge squeeze page. Okay, all the crap they want, the articles, the videos, all the stuff is below that. But the number one thing, the top 1/3 of the whole site is a blog squeeze page. Okay, the reason why is because there's traffic that I can't control. Okay, if I can control the traffic, I'm always sending it to a squeeze page, but there's traffic I can't control. Okay, when I'm on the news, I tell them, hey, go to .comsecrets.com. If it's a squeeze page, they're like, what kind of scam artist are you? I can't control that. So it has to be a nice, like a blog, because that's what news and media are used to, is seeing a blog. So it's easy to say, hey, go to .comsecrets.com. They go there, it's like, oh, it's a blog. They don't know that it's still a squeeze page. The top 1/3 is a squeeze page. Okay, now in the search engines, I go and I post articles, I blog, all that kind of stuff that you need to do to get search engine traffic. I can't control which page they land on. They type in something weird like, this is kind of a weird story. So a couple years ago, this guy wrote a blog post about me and called me a little snot. He's like, Russell Brunson's, it was Willie Crawford, if you guys know him. He said, Russell Brunson's a little snot. He's so annoying. He makes all this money. He's just like 10 years old and punk kid, something like that. So I took that and I posted on my blog. I'm like, hey, Willie Crawford thinks I'm a little snot. So 2 days later, someone came to in my office, came to me and said, hey, go to Google and type in little snot, and guess who shows up number 1? I'm like, great. So someone types in little snot and they show up on my blog. I can't control that traffic. They're going to land on the little snot page, whether I like it or not. So the reason why I do that, again, the top 1/3 of my site is a huge squeeze page. So when they show up at little snot, they're going to see it way down there. But what's my goal? My goal is to build a list. So again, the top 1/3 of my sites is always just a huge squeeze page. Okay? So anytime I can't control traffic, they're going to that type of a page. And the last thing you need is a sales video. I know Bill talked a little about it 2 nights ago. I'm going to show you guys our system for it, but this is like the greatest gift to marketers in the world. We used to take a week to 2 weeks to create a sales letter we can knock out in 2 hours nowadays, and it converts 3 to 4 times higher normally. It's the greatest thing in the world. I'm going to show you guys our formula and how we do it here in a minute. So those are the 3 types of websites.
Thank you for listening to the Magnetic Marketing Podcast with Dan Kennedy. If you love hearing in on these lost Dan Kennedy talks and speeches and calls, then please let someone else know about this podcast. That's how you can help it to grow. And the more it grows, the more free Dan Kennedy we can bring to you. Also, Dan would love to give you the most incredible free gift ever, designed to help you make maximum money in minimum time. Now, this free gift comes with almost $20,000 in pure money-making information for free, just for saying maybe. You can get this gift from Dan right now at nobsletter.com. Not only will you get the $20,000 gift, you're also going to get a subscription to 2 marketing newsletters that will be hand-delivered by the mailman to your mailbox each and every month. One from Dan Kennedy and one from me, Russell Brunson. To get this gift and your subscription, go to nobsletter.com right now.